We have made it to Friday, everyone. Welcome into the News 10 Plus desk. I'm Taylor Gattoni with Colton Cichoracki on this Friday afternoon.
It's been a interesting week of weather, I do think.
Yes.
It's been cold. We've been seeing some snow at times, and it looks like that we're going to keep the cold with us even as we head into the weekend, and maybe a little bit of some snow, but nothing major is really expected as we head into the weekend, which I think is nice, especially if you haven't gone outside to enjoy some of the winter weather, like the sledding, or even head over to Mount Brighton or Holly.
Mars was in Mount Brighton yesterday. He looked like he had a blast.
Yeah, and so I think it's going to be a good weekend for that. Even if you want to travel up north to some of the ski resorts up there, the weather's going to cooperate. So a nice weekend to enjoy some of this wintry weather. We can start off by showing you a look at our US 127 Skycam, and you can see that we're seeing a little bit of some blue sky now showing up across mid-Michigan. This is completely as expected, as the snow from earlier today has moved out, and we are seeing some breaks in the clouds. But one thing we need to watch out for, it's great news to see some sunshine, but what it might mean for us tonight with the low temperatures dropping down below zero, because we are going to see those clearer skies overnight. Now, looking at satellite radar, a couple of things I want to point out here is notice the clearing that is happening across the central part of the state, and you can see that stretching all the way from Lansing and even down to the state line. There are still a few snow showers in the eastern side of the state. The flow is coming off of Lake Huron, so producing some lake effect snow over that way. But also point out, look at this. This is an impressive lake effect snow band that is stretching all the way down into southwest Michigan. There have been some insane snowfall totals from that in northern Indiana as well as into far southwestern Michigan, because that band hasn't moved too much. But it will start to shift a little bit as the winds change direction. Going to really impact us here too much. So we'll stay mostly dry outside of maybe a few more flurries this afternoon, and we should see at least some clearing heading into the afternoon. But this is where we're going for tonight.
That is cold.
Yeah, one of the coldest nights. So, but the good news is that tomorrow will actually warm up into the 20s, so the wind chill won't be as big of an issue all day long. But let's show you the hour-by-hour forecast. There's that lake effect snow band off to our west. It really doesn't bother us too much, and then as we head into happening, that allows for temperatures to drop very cold. And then through the day tomorrow, some of our models are now suggesting that we'll see some lake effect snow showers move on through throughout the day on Saturday. We'll see if this actually pans out here. Some models keep us completely dry, so we'll keep an eye on this. But if you do see some of the snow, watch out for a quick, burst of snow with some of this, as well as maybe some slippery travel conditions where those bands set up. But all of this should be fading away even as we head into the evening hours, because our winds continue to change direction, and then that kind of turns off the lake effect snow heading into Saturday. So here's a look at the weekend forecast showing 22 on Saturday, 23 on Sunday. I left in that small chance of seeing some snow on Saturday. Sunday, though, overall, it looks like the better half of the weekend, just because there should be a fair amount of some sunshine, as well as temperatures, yes, cold, but not as cold as what we've seen. So lower 20s, and that's kind of more typical. I mean, our average high this time of year is 30, so we're still below that. But for this time of year, middle of January, I think we'll take that for a weekend forecast, as no major systems are going to be coming. We have another system that we need to watch out for, and this will be coming as early as Monday. Now, one thing we need to watch out for this, and as soon as I saw it in the models, I was like, oh, we got to watch this. Monday evening, and maybe even late Monday night, see some freezing drizzle develop. So that's something we'll need to watch out for. But watch what this model does as we head into Monday night into early Tuesday. We keep some of that wintry mix, maybe some rain, a little bit of sleet, possibly some freezing rain with this, and begin the day on Tuesday. So if this ends up being a colder system for us, that Tuesday morning commute could be impacted by some of this wintry weather that we'll see. Some models keep us in mostly snow. Other models change us over to some rain. Models are kind of shifting all around with this one. But I would not be surprised if we do see some freezing drizzle Monday night into early Tuesday. And that's something we'll need to watch out for. Freezing drizzle or freezing rain, that can easily cause some travel issues out there. So I don't want anyone to start panicking about it. It's not going to be a repeat of that storm that we saw last winter. But it is going to be something that we need to watch out for as we go Monday into Tuesday with that upcoming system. So I just wanted to point that out, that we're going to keep an eye on this as we move forward here. I do want to show you the 10-day temperature trend. This is the last graphic I'll show you, is that we have teens today, 20s this weekend, and then we're back into the 30s for all of next week. And it looks like there will be some rain chances Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week as well. So we will start to lose a lot of our snow. I would suspect by the end of next week we're done with the snow on the ground, and we'll be back to, what, stick season?
Stick season.
Yeah, and we'll have the muddy look, because it's
Oh,
going to get
good.
very muddy next week because of the snow that we have on the ground and the warmer temperatures that are coming. So that's something to look forward to, maybe. And we'll also be dealing with some rain. Many people are probably asking about flooding and any issues heading into next week. I don't think there's going to be tons of flooding concerns, but we'll of course keep an eye on them.
Okay.
But it's going to be warmer either way, so we will be getting back up into the 30s. So the deep freeze that we've been experiencing over the last several days will be a thing of the past next week.
Yes, so it's going to feel much better. Still cold, but nothing like the wind chills. And about the wind chills, you and I both filled up our tires yesterday, which was a smart move. With these temperatures dropping from the cold weather, making sure that your tires are filled, especially to get that traction on the roads as they become scout for, especially with road conditions, is getting the First Alert weather app. That way you can get traffic alert updates if there's slick road conditions or if there are any accidents in your area.
A chance to watch us here on News 10 Plus or on air on News 10. Having that app on your phone will send push notifications, and like I said, we're already keeping an eye on our next system for Monday night and Tuesday. The next couple of days we'll let you know what's happening and kind of fine-tune the details of what we can expect heading into next week.
All right, anything else you want to add, Colton?
I don't think so. Download the app. It's free. It's great. Has lots of tools in it, and you can also get video updates that we record and put in the app, so feel free to download it.
All right, yes, and we will see you at 3 o'clock coming up on Studio 10.
Correct, yep. And Andy at 4.
Yes, Andy will be here for 4. I forgot about that switch, actually. Thank you. All right, well, we'll see you on Studio 10, Colton.
Yep.
Thank you. Well, here's where you can always stay up to date with Studio 10. Just look up at WILX Studio 10. You are able to go to their social media pages. And if you give me just a second here, I'm going to try to pull up their YouTube page for you. That way you can see where to go. So give me just a second here. And again, at WILX Studio 10, they do such a great job posting all of their videos to their YouTube page, to their other social media. They are on Facebook, they're on Instagram, and they're on X, also formerly known as Twitter. So if I go ahead to their YouTube page right now, you are seeing their profile. If you click on videos, you will see all of their latest videos, and you can just scroll for hours because that is how many videos they have up on there. So go ahead and check out Studio 10. They come up at 3 o'clock today, so in just over 50 minutes. I do want to share what else we have coming up today after Studio 10, so coming up 90 minutes of news. So we had a few stories air this week talking about the Red Cross facing a blood shortage. They are in desperate need and are seeing less people donating their blood to help those who may need a blood transfusion or need those blood donations to save their lives. So during this time where the Red Cross is facing blood shortage, we'll talk about the importance of getting blood donations, how you can help, and what they'll be doing throughout the rest of the year to University-wide Diversity Research Showcase, featuring MSU undergraduate student work in progress on issues of diversity that advance inclusion. That is coming up News 10 at 5:30 today. Coming up News 10 at 6, the Board of State Canvassers held a meeting to discuss multiple petitions that are aimed at recalling some of Michigan's top political leaders. So we were at this morning's meeting and have the very latest on the Board of State Canvassers meeting coming up during News 10 at 6. Before I toss it over to the other reporters who are out in the field, we have Erin Bowling sharing what she has coming up during our 90 minutes of news today. I also want to share our You're Not Alone mental health series. So all year long here on News 10, we'll be having this series, and you will be able to go on there with your cell phone's camera, scan that QR code that'll pull up on your screen in just a second, and you can pull up a list of resources from around mid-Michigan guiding you towards behavioral counseling, psychotherapy, regular therapy, anything that may help improve your mental well-being. We have the resources to help guide you on that QR code. So all year long here on News 10, Amaya Kuznicki actually did a story earlier this week talking about focusing on mental health, so you can check that out. And again, if you scan that QR code, it'll have a list of resources. But you can also tune in to News 10 all year long, and we will showcase community members and health experts sharing their own experience to improve your mentality. So again, that QR code will pull up here in just a second. And besides the QR code, you can also call or text a Lifeline chat number. That number is 988. And if you are a veteran and you call that Lifeline number, again, 988, it will connect you to another veteran who has shared a similar experience as you, and you are able to have someone better understand your experience. So again, that is our You're Not Alone mental health series. We will have more of those QR sharing it here on News 10 Plus and both on air and online at WILX.com. So I do want to share what Aaron Bowling has coming up during our 90 minutes of news today. So we're going to send it over to Aaron to see what she has coming up. News 10 at 6. Aaron?
Hi, Taylor. Today I'm on Michigan State University's campus because the school just released their plans for the Day of Remembrance on February 13th. I'll have what they're doing to memorialize the mass shooting on News 10 at 6. Back to you, Taylor.
All right, thank you, Aaron. Again, commemorating what happened on February 13th last year on Michigan State University's campus. That was the mass shooting where 3 students were killed. So we are preparing to talk about 1 year since the mass shooting on Michigan State's campus. Again, that is coming up in less than a month on February 13th. So Aaron Bowling is going to have more coming up News 10 at 6 today, talking about everything going on when we come up on the 1 year of the mass shooting. So one more time with our You're Not Alone mental health series, because this is such a tough time on the Spartan community and beyond with all the mass shootings going on across the country. We do want to share the You're Not Alone mental health series. One more time, that QR code is there for you. If you need resources to improve your mentality, or even if it's not for you, maybe it's for someone else, go on there, scan that QR code, and you will be able to find the resources you need or find resources to guide you toward what you're looking for. So again, You're Not Alone mental health series. That's what you can look forward to all year long here on News 10. I do want to give one more quick look outside at downtown Jackson as you're making your way outdoors today. This morning you probably had to scrape off your car, a little bit of dusting on it. Maybe you still have some ice melted onto the car, maybe, or some water, and then it froze over, so now it's stuck on your car. But it seems like roads are moving pretty smoothly in downtown Jackson right now. I know roads earlier this morning were very slick and slushy, and some cars had trouble turning. So just a reminder to slow down out on the roadways. I know a lot of people can have that confidence out on the roads, but just with that, the snowflakes still falling down and getting some of these more systems across our area, just taking your time out on the roadways, no rush. So that is what we have coming up today on News 10. Studio 10 is coming up at 3 o'clock. So in about 45 minutes here, followed by First at 4 and our 90 minutes of news. So have a great Friday, everyone, and a great weekend.